Chad, good to be with you. Give us a high-level overview of what you've been doing in business and tech and startups, and your kind of transition, segue into blockchain.
Yeah, well, it started, I think, 22 years ago in 1996. I was an entrepreneur doing a lot of stuff, and that's when we knew the internet was coming around, so we started acquiring URLs, domain names, and pretty much been full-time in that market. Built several successful companies in ad tech, a brokerage company, and so we've always been trying to really extract the most value out of these assets. And so, and there's new technology that's come along that always reinvigorates assets. And so that's what blockchain and crypto is doing for really the first native currency are domains. And so I always say if you want to know, learn about the future, study the past. And so I think a lot of the characteristics in the URL space and the DNS space are just laying or can help guide where you think crypto and blockchain is going to go. Because it's not a new technology what we're dealing with. This is just, it's an evolution of what's P2P and these other things that are going on with it. So for us, we think it's the next to the final layer of what we want to accomplish. So the next couple of years, the blockchain and crypto side, and then the AI machine learning, we think by 2020, 2022 will be here, and that's when we really fully autonomous network of smart entities, the danse. So we're creating the danse, a distributed autonomous network of smart entities, and so we build that on the URL, and that's our home base.
What stage are you guys at? Have you got a distributed team? I believe you're based out of Florida. Yep. And where are the devs?
Yeah, Philippines. And they've been with me for 12 years. So we've kind of we're in a good system right now. They've shown the ability to learn with limited resources. So we're definitely doubling down there. And I think what the characteristics that are happening within blockchain companies is they don't mind going to another country and curating the talent. And so like in that situation 12 years ago, best practices weren't in place. So it took several years to really get that process going with my team. And so that's why somebody mentioned going into Bahamas and stuff, right? So and so I think that's our responsibility is to really procure talent and give anybody the opportunity to evolve and grow. And so that's what we want to do on a basis. So our parent company is called Global Ventures, and we've been Global Ventures since I think 8 years now. And so I think we've always been at the forefront of where technology is going. When we had DSL.com and streaming.com, and we've had those connectivity.com applications. We've had those for 20 years.
At a high level, how are you guys going to create, using machine learning and AI, to kind of create this concept where these organizations can almost run themselves?
Yep. Yeah, we call them entities. We call them smart entities. So it's one process. There's to scale, because again, we're not doing it on one. We're doing it on a scalable network. And so like let's take coffeesurvey.com. I use it a lot because I'm at Starbucks. So how does Coffee Survey do what it's supposed to do? So you give it rules and train it to say, hey, you need to go take surveys and A/B test, and so that process is we have that down. We can drop it on containers, on A/B testing and analytics, and make decision rules and stuff like that. But the next phase is going to be, where do you incorporate your jurisdiction at? How do you pay your taxes? What is your organizational structure? So those kind of self-running entities is really where, again, like 2020, because our hardest part is being patient and jumping in front of the gun. We've been through that many a times with mobile P2P systems in 1998 we were trying to do. So we were really trying to work on P2P systems really early, and so the technology, if you're trying to build it, it's really hard. But sometimes we just be patient and then let other, you go look the ecosystem. So we need these other people to kind of really come along and execute what their value propositions are, so we can inject that in and measure that value, and that's really what it is. And so we have a core set, and that's referrals.com does referrals, eShares.com does cap table, eSignatures.com does our legal contract management systems, Social Suite does our social media management structures. And so we basically have a series of 15 integrated applications that do a function, and that's the base. And then the model is called Contrib. And so Contrib, people can add value to that entity, can earn a stakeholdership, and that's what we use the token distribution system for. And so anybody in the world can contribute to coffeesurvey.com. if we like the contribution, we accept it, we put that on, we log it in, it's all 100% transparent, and that transaction gets logged on the chain, so you know that if you contributed value to Coffee Survey, you know you will show you, right? Because a lot of people, they don't tell you how much they make in your, it's not, so we want to open that up and really bring the business from the back end to the front end. So it's part process, part systems, part integration.
How can people kind of keep an eye on what you guys are doing, maybe follow you guys or?
Crypto.contrib.com. That's where we're there. And then our operating system is VNOC, VNOC.com.
Great talking to you, man. Thanks for your time, Chad.
We'll see you.
Cool.